Imagine you have $3 in your pocket. And one small dream. No job. No money. No plan. Just a dream. Today, I want to tell you a story. It's simple. It's short. But it might change how you see your own life. This is the story of a woman named Maria and a small coffee cart that grew into something no one expected. Along the way, you will hear 10 new English words. I will explain each one in simple English as we go. Stay until the end, because the most important part comes last. Hello, and welcome back to Lessons, the channel where we learn simple, natural English through real stories. Today is a little different. Instead of a lesson, we have a story. Listen closely. Some new words will appear. I will explain them as we go. By the end, you will understand a full story in English and learn 10 new words along the way. Let's begin. Part 1. A small dream. Maria was 26 years old. She lived in a small apartment above a shoe shop. Every morning, she heard the shoe shop open its metal doors. It was the sound she woke up to every single day. She had lost her job 3 months earlier. The factory closed. Many people lost their jobs that day. There was no warning, no goodbye, just a locked door. One Monday morning, Maria looked for new work every single day. She sent her resume to shops, offices, restaurants, anywhere. But nothing. No calls. No answers. No luck. New word. Luck. Luck means good things that happen by chance. Maria did not have much luck. But she had something else. She had a dream. Since she was a little girl, Maria loved coffee. Not just drinking it. The smell. The sound. The warmth. Her mother used to make coffee every morning, in a small metal pot. Maria would sit at the table and watch the steam rise into the air. "When I grow up," she told her mother once, "I will sell coffee to the whole city." Her mother laughed, softly. "That's a big dream, for a small girl." "Small girls can have big dreams too," Maria said. Years later, she still remembered that morning. She used to say to her friends, "One day, I will have my own coffee shop." Everyone smiled when she said this. Nobody believed her. Not really. But Maria believed herself. And sometimes, that is enough to start. Part 2. The first morning. Maria had $300 saved. It was not much, but it was something. She used the money to buy a small, old cart from a man moving away. It had 2 wheels and a broken handle. She fixed the handle with tape and painted the front a bright, simple yellow. She bought a coffee machine, a bag of cheap coffee beans, cups, sugar, and milk. And early one Monday morning, she pushed her cart to the street corner near her building. Her hands were shaking. New word, shaking. When you are nervous, your hands might shake. She made her first cup of coffee and set it on the small counter, just in case. She waited. Nobody came. 10 minutes. 20 minutes. An hour. People walked past. Some looked at her. Most did not look at all. Maria began to wonder if this was a mistake. Finally, one man stopped. He was on his way to work, walking fast, with a tired face. He looked at the cart. Then he looked at Maria. "How much?" he asked. $1, Maria said. The man paid, took his coffee, and walked away without a word. Maria watched him disappear around the corner. Her very first customer. It felt like winning a prize. That night, she wrote the date in a small notebook. Under it, she wrote, "1 customer, $1, 1 beginning." Part 3. Rain. For the next 2 weeks, Maria pushed her cart to the same corner, every morning. Some days were good. 10 customers. Sometimes 15. Some days were bad. 2 customers. Sometimes none. She began to learn the rhythm of the street. Who walked by, and when. Then, one morning, it started to rain. Not a light rain. A heavy, cold rain that soaked through her jacket. Maria stood under a small umbrella, next to her cart, waiting. Nobody wanted coffee in the rain. They just wanted to go home. By the end of the day, she had sold 2 cups. Only 2. She had spent more money on coffee beans that morning than she had earned all day. New word, earned. Earned means money you get from working. That night, Maria sat alone in her small apartment, listening to the rain on the window. She looked at her empty wallet and counted the last of her savings. Not enough for next month's rent. Not even close. She thought about the factory job she used to have. Steady money. No risk. No rain to stand in. For the first time, Maria thought about giving up. New word. Giving up. It means to stop trying. She whispered to herself. Maybe this was a foolish dream. She thought about calling her mother, just to hear a familiar voice. But she was too tired, even for that. She fell asleep with the notebook still open on her lap. Part 4. The Old Man. The next morning, Maria almost did not go. She lay in bed for a long time, listening to the shoe shop open below. But something made her push the cart outside. One more time. An old man was standing at the corner, waiting, as if he already knew she would come. Maria recognized him. He came almost every day, rain or no rain. He always ordered the same thing. Black coffee. No sugar. You look tired, the old man said, watching her hands shake as she poured. Maria told him everything. The rain. The empty wallet. The doubt. New word. Doubt. Doubt means not feeling sure about something. The old man listened quietly, without interrupting even once. Then he said something Maria never forgot. When I was young, I opened a small shop too, he said, holding his warm cup. A little bookshop, 3 streets from here. It's a bakery now. In the first year, I almost closed it 12 times. 12 times? Maria asked, surprised. 12 times, he said. But I stayed one more day. Every single time. That's it, she said. Just stay one more day. That's it, he smiled, and placed a coin on the counter, a little more than the price. Small steps. Every single day. That is the whole secret. New word, secret. A secret is something not everyone knows. Maria thought about his words for a long time after he left. She did not have a big plan. She did not suddenly feel brave. But she could stay one more day. And then one more. Part 5. Small changes. Maria decided to try again. But this time, a little differently. She learned every customer's name and wrote it in her small notebook. She remembered how they liked their coffee. Extra sugar for Mrs. Chen. No milk for the young student with the red backpack. She started smiling more, even on slow days, even when her feet hurt. New word, patient. Patient means able to wait calmly, without giving up. Maria was learning to be patient. One afternoon, a young man came back to the cart, looking upset. He had lost a job interview that morning, and just wanted to talk. Maria listened, the way the old man once listened to her. She gave him his coffee, and quietly did not charge him that day. He came back the very next morning, and every morning after that. Slowly, something changed. Customers began telling their friends. There's a coffee cart on the corner. The coffee is good, and she remembers your name. More people came. 5 customers became 10. 10 became 20. By winter, Maria had a small line every morning, even in the cold. She still worked long hours. She still worried about money, some nights. But every day, she stayed. Just one more day. Just like the old man said. Part 6. A hard winter, but small dreams are rarely simple. One December, the city put up new construction right on Maria's corner. Fences, machines, noise. For almost 2 months, her regular customers had to walk a different way to work. Some found other coffee along their new path and never came back. Her sales dropped by half, then by more. Maria thought, once again, about giving up. This time, it was not the rain. It was simply exhaustion. New word, exhausted. Exhausted means extremely, extremely tired. She moved her cart 3 blocks away, to a corner she did not know well. It felt like starting over completely, from $3, all over again. But she remembered the old man's words, and she remembered the young man's face. So she stayed. One more day, and then another. Slowly, on the new corner, new customers began to arrive. By spring, the line was back. A little longer, actually, than before. Part 7. The Coffee Shop. 2 years passed. Maria saved enough money to rent a very small shop near the new corner. It had 4 tables and 1 window facing the street. It was not big, but it was hers. New word, proud. Proud means feeling happy about something you achieved. On opening day, Maria stood behind her own counter, wearing a clean yellow apron. She was proud. So proud, she almost cried when she unlocked the door. Do you remember the old man? The one with black coffee, no sugar? He was there too, sitting at the first table, exactly on time. I told you, he said, smiling, and raised his cup toward her. Small steps. 5 more years passed. Maria's coffee shop grew into 3 coffee shops across the city. She hired workers. Some of them were young people looking for their first job, just like she once was, $3 and 1 small dream in her pocket. She always told them the same thing on their very first morning. You don't need a big plan. You just need to stay one more day. Now, let's remember the story and the new words we learned. Maria had no job, no money, but she had a dream. That's word 1, dream. A dream is something you hope for. For example, my dream is to speak English fluently. She had bad luck at first. Luck means things that happen by chance, good or bad. For example, I had good luck finding this job. Her hands shook with nerves on that very first morning. Shaking means moving because you are nervous or cold. For example, my hands were shaking before the interview. She earned very little in the beginning. Earned means money you get from working. For example, she earned $10 on her first day. In the rain, she thought about giving up, stopping completely. For example, please don't give up on your English. She felt doubt, not feeling sure about something. For example, I had doubts, but I tried anyway. The old man taught her patience, staying calm, without giving up. For example, learning a language takes patience. His advice was a secret, something not everyone knows. For example, the secret to learning English is daily practice. She felt exhausted during the hard winter, extremely tired. For example, I was exhausted after the long trip. And in the end, Maria felt proud, happy about what she achieved. For example, I am proud of how much English I've learned. 10 new words inside one small story. Dream, luck, shaking, earned, giving up, doubt, patient, secret, exhausted, proud. And one more, the most important one of all, small steps. Maria's story is not really about coffee. It's about small steps. Most big dreams don't start with a big plan. They start with someone staying one more day, even when it rains, even when nobody comes, even when you doubt yourself. And that is true for a coffee cart. And it's true for learning English, too. You don't need to be perfect today. You just need to show up again tomorrow. Now, it's your turn. Tell me, in the comments, in English, what is one small dream you have? And what is one small step you can take today? Write 2 simple sentences. That's all. My dream is. And tomorrow, I will. I read every comment. So please, don't be shy. And that's our story for today. Maria, the coffee cart, and the old man who said, stay one more day. I hope it gave you new English words, and maybe a little more courage, too. New word, courage. Courage means being brave, even when you're scared. For example, it takes courage to speak a new language out loud. If this story helped you, give it a like, and subscribe to Lessons for a new lesson every week. Keep learning, keep practicing, and remember, small steps. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.